You're watching Every Day's a Saturday, Usmc veteran. Let's go, baby. And here's your host, Brian. And what's going on, friends and family? Thank you guys so much for joining me on another great interview with Every Day's a Saturday. I am super excited. This is kind of a unique thing. Don't ever go live. I think this is the first interview I've ever done a live show. I've done a couple other live shows like Wacky Wednesdays and things of that nature. So you guys might recognize one of the guests that I have here. He was one of my co-hosts on Wacky Wednesdays, where we had a lot of fun. We brought on, nonprofits and kind of did a little interview with them for about 30 minutes. And then the last 30 minutes, we would go and have like hypothetical questions and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of have a live show. I haven't done it in a long time. Give you guys a couple announcements since we're getting kind of close to the end of the year. The show, the last interview releases on Veterans Day. So I believe that is going to be 11/11, and that will be the last show that we will have for the rest of the year. And then we'll kick up season 4 January 9th, 2026. That's crazy that we'll be starting the 4th season. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for following, liking the liking the show. If I could even talk. It really has helped out a lot, and it's kept this show going, and it's been amazing. All the great things have been going on. We have a new segment that we've kind of expanded upon. That's Coffee Talk, and I added on a co-host, and her name is Marie, and we've had a lot of great episodes. We kind of went through our life stories, up until present, and we're kind of like doing a little bit of a stories of like about healing out loud, so to speak. So if you're into healing and you want to hear that, Frank, what's going on, brother? This, and because we are live, and I know everybody on audio, you're going to be hearing me talk to some of the people commenting. This is Frank Dimmoth. He is one of our Army veterans and author. Great dude. Thank you so much for showing up, Frank. And yeah, man, for season 4, man, it's just wild to think that we've been going that long. I had no idea where podcasting would take me. And like I said, it's been a great time, and we've had a lot of great, amazing guests on the show. And like I said, we're going to keep pumping them out until November 11th. And then we'll take a little quick break. I'll probably just, air some of the reruns and stuff like that. Some of the great shows that we've had during the past 3 seasons. But let's not make our guests wait any longer. There are 2 Marine veterans back there waiting. These guys served together, and they ended up deciding to start up a podcast. It sounds like they started it up, kind of took a little bit of a break. Now they want to dust it off again and get themselves back at it. Derek is no stranger to podcasting. Like I said, he co-hosted with me, and he's also had other shows out there as well. But today we're going to bring on Gabe and Derek to talk all about what they got going on and their new Forever Broken 2.0 podcast. What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, brother. And also, congrats, dude. Season 4 is amazing. I am super excited for you. I love this. I love live. Live's fun to me because you never know what stupidity is going to come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. I mean, it's funny because it's really not a lot different than when you pre-record, I guess. But the pressure is people are physically watching, and they can throw out some questions to us, and you never know what
that's been my thing. And that's why, when we initially started doing our podcasting, and basically all the podcasting I've done, I enjoy it more this way. Like, I like it being a little bit unscripted because I think you get more honesty out of it, when you're not sitting there going in with a script. We talked to a lot of people over our time doing it early on, and they were like, yeah, I only did this because you guys didn't try to tell me what I had to say.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
I
right.
really appreciate that.
So before we get too far into things, let's get to know a little bit about you guys, and then we'll kind of talk about how your guys' stories made you guys collide and got you to where you were. Gabe, we'll go ahead and kick it off with you first, brother. Let
I,
us know a little bit about you, man, and how'd you end up being a badass Marine and doing all the great things you've done, bro.
Perfect. Hey, thank you for having us first and foremost, Brian. We appreciate the time that you've put aside for us. I'm Gabe. Um, I joined the Marine Corps later than 18. I went in at 21. And I chose, well, I was going to do the military. I just didn't have a lot of direction in life when I was younger. I tried the college route. It didn't work for me. I wanted to play more than I wanted to be in class. Um, and I felt like the best thing for me to do was go make money like I wanted to do and not take the spot of somebody that really truly wanted to be in a college classroom to further their education. So I started working oil field jobs, construction jobs. When I ran into Marine Corps recruiters, staying in a hotel that we were remodeling, and one thing led to another. I started talking to them about what I could do in the Marine Corps and what kind of jobs they offered, and I brought it up to my family. I was told that I wasn't gonna make it in the Marine Corps, and I should choose something easier. So I signed the paperwork and left. So I became a badass Marine because I was told I couldn't do it, and I did it. So
Outstanding.
yeah, and then I met Derek in at Camp Pendleton, where we served for 4 years together, all over the deserts of California and Arizona, and 2 combat tours to Afghanistan together. Um, so that's my backstory, and
So you got to watch Derek because I know he sounded like he got fucked a little bit, from time to time. You got to watch him get to good old Shafter once in a while.
I didn't watch it. I was the cause of it.
Yeah, he was
I
mostly
was
the cause of my shaftings.
I would get in trouble, and Derek would pay for it.
Oh, that's great, bro. Because
Yeah.
yeah, Derek has talked about that before, man.
Yes.
So here we go, the corporate.
The
It's
the
my
the,
favorite
the
thing on the
face to the
planet, man.
problem is right here, and
Love it.
there was
Oh
nothing
shit.
more that brought me more joy in my life than to fuck something up completely and then watch Derek pay for it.
The fucked up part about the
Oh,
whole
the
thing is it
shenanigans.
usually wasn't like you or me screwing anything up. It was just like an unfortunate accident. And then
Yeah.
they're just like, yeah, no, man, we need Gabe around. Thompson, you're fucked, bud. And you're just like, damn it, dude. Again? Like,
Listen,
shit.
if you're gonna be my friend, it's gonna take a little bit of effort on your side, okay? The sacrifices will be made.
Oh man, that's freaking outstanding.
It's been great though. It's been a good run, you know. It's it really has been.
Yeah,
That's
true.
great.
You should probably
That's what
toss in what
friends are
you've been
good
doing.
for, says another Marine. He knows all about that life.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should probably talk a little bit about what you've been doing since then, bro.
Oh, what I've been doing? So
Yeah.
a lot, actually. I left the military and started working for the federal government, and I did that for
When you left, bro, did how was separating for you, man? Was it, a little bit of fish out of water at first for you? Did you transition pretty easy out? Because I know you were a little bit older going in. I don't
right.
know if that makes a difference or not.
I think for me, the transition out it wasn't leaving the Marine Corps. I knew um, when my time was over, it was over. My heart wasn't in it
Right.
towards the end. What was hard for me was to assimilate back to a civilian mindset, um, where when you ask people to do things, it's not a requirement. You're requesting, and if they feel like it, they'll do it. So it was hard for me to let go a lot of that military discipline in a workspace to function well, if that makes sense.
Not
So
completely.
so that part was difficult, and it shows throughout my history and in my career path. So like I said, I went into the federal government. working for 2 different agencies, both of which I left because of those aforementioned reasons. Myself and supervisors didn't see eye to eye on how things should be handled, and
Mhm.
we all felt it was best if I went down the road. So
Did you
from
come in Marine hot, bro, or what? Did you? I mean, I think a lot of folks can't handle the Marine because me and my buddy, we both went into aerospace afterwards. That fool,
Mhm.
oh, he could not adjust well at all. I mean, I was like, bro, you can't talk to people like that, dog. Like, we're not in the Marine Corps, dude.
Dude,
Exactly.
There's
everyone
HR here, bro. There's a
So I,
human
everyone
resources
goes
now,
in
man.
so hot.
So I
It's so
think-
fun.
I think going in hot with an attitude of exactly what you would picture a Marine. Like, I'm here to do a job. I'm going to do it better than everybody here, and
Right.
get the fuck out of my way. Like,
Who's the manager? I'm taking your job
yeah,
next, you know? Yeah.
yeah. See that seat? I'm setting it tomorrow, so don't get comfortable, right? Like, that was the attitude, and a lot of non-military personnel don't handle that well, and then it can be pretty clicky too, in a career, you know. So
Yes.
you have a veteran community that you will work with. There's other veterans there, but they come from different military service, and so like you have that internal banter between each other. That's always a fun thing to participate in, and the last person you want to participate in that with is a fucking Marine, because they don't know what that line is to, like, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable. Because once
Right.
you start playing that game, everything's acceptable. You started it, I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to do it better than you. Right? So there's a lot of factors that go into reassimilating into the civilian life. I can think I've kind of found like where I'm at right now. I actually left the federal government and went into coal mining. I worked in coal mines for 5 years, the last 5 years, and recently got set up with a pretty solid deal where they take the mine equipment out of the mine and send it to a shop out here in town, and I rebuild it and send it back. So
Dude's like D level of mining and
So
he's depot level. This guy's out here killing it, dude.
yeah, so they send out all this equipment, and I have a team that I kind of just help them tear it apart, put it back together, and we constantly rotate equipment in and out and send it back to the mine so they have a rebuilt piece of equipment to do their jobs. So that's where I'm at right now, and clearly I'm trying to find something that is less stressful on my body and allows me to do things that I want to do. So we are doing this podcast, brother. We're trying to leave blue collar so Gabe can stay in inside where it's climate controlled and heavy things don't crush my
Hell
hands
yeah,
anymore.
bro. You've learned, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You wanna
speaking
get that desk
of
job where you just
bullshit, fucking Gabe
fucking
took me
put it
with.
up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Talk about that. Another thing that Gabe got Derek into. Brought him out here to go coal mining.
Dude, I had a blast, man. I get a lot of crap. People are like, there's no way that was enjoyable. I was like, I actually really liked it, man. Like, given the situation where we were, I didn't want to make things worse. And I knew like it was going to be making things a little bit worse on you. And I was like, I don't want to put this on them. You know what I mean? So it was like,
So were you guys the same rank when you guys were together, or?
Yeah. He picked up corporal before I did.
Ooh, that's always sucks, dude. When you
But that
pick
no,
up
it was
your
great
boys.
because that's how he drugged me with him like over the
He was able
places
to get,
because he was able to get me out of my shit situation over into his shit situation, and then it was just our shit situation, and that was fantastic.
Yeah,
it's okay when you're in a bad situation with your friends, you know, like, and it's not to say I didn't have friends in gun shop or anything, but it was just like, it was more fun being in a shit situation with my best friend. You know, I was like, this is all right. Like, I can handle this. And it all started with like, he would just be like, hey, we need a 7-ton driver, and Thompson's the only one. They should bring him out here. And then it was like, yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm a 7-ton driver. I'll go do it. I got I'm the only one with the license. I'll take it.
Yeah.
That actually is probably what hosed me. I think more times than not was like, they were like, we need a 7-ton driver. And it was like, Thompson, fuck.
Yeah. So
You know?
And then once they know you could do, man, one time you do that, bro. It's your name's every time after that.
Oh, it's so bad. It's that
we need a 7-ton driver. Where's Thompson? You know,
like, what's that? What the hell's that meme? It's like in every military like meme lore where it's like, I need 2 Marines, and then guys for like, for what? He's like, I need 1 Marine, and it was like, God damn it.
Are you guys pretty close in terms of your time in service together, or?
Yeah, I think I got out like 6 months after you.
Yeah.
So your shitbird ass didn't even get picked up before him either, bro? Because you get out before him and he picked up before you, bro?
No, I got out after him.
I went before him. He got out before him.
That was literally.
Okay.
That's literally.
I thought Derek said he got out before.
Yeah, no, that's literally the story that usually
he is
happens.
Right?
Yeah, no, it was literally the whole story of it. Is that last time I got sent to 29 Palms, they literally told me, they're like, well, we can't really do anything to Gabe. He's getting out in like 3 months. So you're going to 29 Palms, Thompson. And I was like, did you have to fucking be so honest about it? You know what I mean? Like, just don't be so honest. Like, that's not even necessary. You could have just told me, that I was in trouble. Like, I was a part of it, so I'm in trouble. You could just ended with that. You didn't have to tell me that because they can't do anything to Gabe. That wasn't necessary at all. God.
So, Derek, now talk a little bit more about yourself and when you ended up getting out, bro. Because, I mean, I know you've been on before.
Yeah,
your in-depth story, but, kind of.
Yeah, we've been through a time or two, but for everybody that doesn't know me, I'm Derek Thompson. I went in 2008, got out in 2012. I believe we went to Afghanistan 2010, 2011. We pretty well went back to back. Like, we all went on the first deployment, and then the second deployment. I was one of the first. Yeah, I was one of the first ones. I went in. I was just like, hey, when's that next deployment go? And I think one other person had maybe signed up that went the first time. And I was like, well, I'm going to. And then it was kind of just this like series of everyone that went that first deployment was like, okay, well, then we're going. So 5 months later, after getting back from deployment, all of us were back on the plane, headed over to Afghanistan to do it again. And that second deployment was a lot more fun. Like, I got to do a lot more stuff. And at that point, my staff sergeant, for whatever reason, really liked me. I won't talk about the uncharacteristic things that I said during that period of time, but that is the one time I got away with saying a specific word that I thought was going to get me killed. And he laughed and said, you get one. It's like one of those things that I was like, yeah, no, I know, but you opened yourself up for it. And that was the whole, going back to Gabe's thing where it's like, we don't understand boundaries. And part of me thought I knew boundaries until it came out of my mouth. And then I was like, nope, don't know I have no clue what boundaries are. So it makes me laugh when I think about it. But, I did that, like I said, and then I got sent to 29 Palms a lot. I did the whole shtick in the Marine Corps. I got out, I did a little bit of plumbing. And then from that, I went into the firefighting world, which was, my dream job. That's all I ever wanted to be growing up. My dad's the fire chief now, and I got to step into the shoes of somebody that I respect and love with all my heart, and that was a blessing. And I got to do that for about 10 years until I got hurt, and then I went through a floor of a fire, and from there, kind of had to make some life decisions. And life's funny, I'm like your typical Marine. They're like, how many divorces you got? It's like, more than you, probably. So I did that. I went to Arizona and I was doing injection molding, and I did that for a bit. And that did not work out. We'll say that. Arizona is great though. I made some new friends down there. Also some Marine, but none that I served with, but guys that were Marines that I met being there, and they were just awesome guys. Have great relationship with them. And then I came back to North Platte for a little bit. Went out to Utah, did the mining thing with Gabe again. Came back to North Platte again. And yeah, now I'm on the water department. I do a whole lot of, I keep your water safe, kind of.
You keep your water safe. Well,
I didn't know it was endangered, dog.
scary that you say kind of too,
There's
bro.
terrorists. There are terrorists after your water. I promise you.
Yeah.
You just don't know it yet.
Fear mongering you.
Yeah, dude. Damn.
Dude,
Now,
I get yelled at on a daily basis almost, where they're like, "You're poisoning me," and I'm like, "I promise there is no poisoning happening. No, like I'm not doing that, dude."
Are you pissing in the water?
Yeah, well, they're like, we had to send out lead letters because there's this new government thing, and they're like, you have 10 years to get rid of every lead line. So we
he
had to
lives
send
in
out a
Nebraska,
letter.
if anybody's wondering.
Yeah, we had to send out a letter. And I got 600 calls, and they were like, "You're poisoning me with lead?" And I was like, "No, that's not what the letter says. I promise that is not what that letter says." And they're like, "I've got the letter." And I'm like, "Do you mind reading to me the first paragraph, please?" Like, that's where it got to, where I was like having to be like a fourth grade teacher, where I'm like, "Hey, do you mind reading this sentence?" And then they'll read it, and I'd be like, "Perfect, thank you." And they're like, "Oh." Yeah.
All right, now, hey, so let's get kind of a little bit more onto, I guess, the subject, and that's your guys' podcast, and talk about what you guys kind of your mission is kind of with your podcast, what you kind of envision with it, what you guys want to do with it, when you guys plan on launching it, all that great stuff.
Dropping this down to you.
So, sorry, I got dogs barking in the background.
Oh, you're good, brother.
The problems with live, huh?
Uh,
So, initially, a few years ago, we started up Forever Broken, and I kind of came up with the idea when I was working for the federal government, sitting in an office at 9 o'clock at night, going over vehicle reports, wondering why the fuck I'm still at work at 9 o'clock at night, going over vehicle reports on a Friday. So I got online and I started looking up like ways to get back going through the VA, working on myself and my mental health. I was freshly divorced, trying to navigate being single, a single father, co-parenting, kind of just starting over. And I started reading a bunch of forums from veterans talking about how society sees them as broken, not repairable. They just don't fit back in. There's no place for them. And instead of victimizing myself and being like, well, that's my problem and making it an excuse, I looked at it as bullshit and I wasn't going to accept it. And I was going to make something to change that concept and that mindset. And that's where Never Broken came from, because nothing is really ever truly broken. Like, everything can be fixed. It might not be the same. It might not work the same, but it's not broken. There's still use for it, and there's still places for it to be. So I came up with this concept of Never Broken. I called Derek. We talked about it for a minute, and I kind of pitched the concept where I wanted to focus on mental health in civic communities. And I think that's where initially we went wrong. We wanted to focus more on military veterans, military active duty, reservists, firefighters, EMTs, police, hospital workers, people that see trauma. And really and truly, life is a fucking roller coaster of trauma for everybody. And there shouldn't be little camps of this is your trauma department. This is your trauma department. This is where you belong. So I think Forever Broken 2.0, which is a play on the Never Broken, is us coming back with different mindset, more maturity, and allowing it to be everybody's community and not a specific community. So our focus is more free form format. We just want to get together and talk about our traumas, our problems, what we got going on in the world, and let people know that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to be open, to be real, to use your friends and use your resources to help you. Like, it's not going to cure you. It's not going to make everything better. There's no magic pill that we can take. There's no magic word you can hear that's going to fix everything. But what you can do is you can get your group, your people,
Marijuana.
and you
Sorry.
can definitely take a little bit of that off your back, right? And you can use things that your buddies are doing to help you, and they can use things that you're doing to help them, and all those cool things. So I think we don't really want to approach this with a specific format or like script everything out. We want it to be open form. We want it to be raw. We want people to give us feedback. We want people to give us their stories. We want to involve everybody as much as possible, if that makes any sense.
No, absolutely, bro. And I think more than ever after 2020, I think that the world really got a lot. The mental health world really heightened, right? And there was, even with the kids, and I think a lot of that is people were on social media a lot more, right? And I think social media is kind of creates anxiety and a lot of different things because there's a lot of misinformation sometimes out on social media platforms and things of that nature. So, it is good, bro, to have more podcast people out there just talking and healing out loud, so to speak. That's kind of what we do on our coffee talk. It's more of that healing platform and just how did you heal? How did you get through your journey? Because just like you said, man, I think everybody's going through something, and to sit there and be tribal about it, and and you just get your tribe, and you only worry about your tribe. I mean, we do got to start reaching out more, and I think that's what you guys are trying to do is bridge that gap too. I mean, when you guys open it up to others, and you just open it up to people that want to heal, that helps bridge a lot of gaps and misinterpretation, right? I think that sometimes, even as veterans, we get a misinterpretation. People could really misjudge us a lot of times. I think we're a very misunderstood community. I think a lot of times we mean well, but we project hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, that's part of it, and I'm glad you guys are out there doing this, man, because like I said, it is important, and I think the more that at least some of the younger men, especially, right? We know you're just a ball full of pride,
right?
piss and vinegar. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you get older, dude, you kind of start to the patience and everything starts to come, and you learn a lot. And now I think a lot of our focus is, hey, dude, I'd like to help these younger dudes so they don't struggle through all the struggles that we've all been through. Right. Or
there's a ton of that.
I think divorce, bro. Like both of you guys know what divorce is like. I know what divorce is like.
Right.
And I can tell you the hell that it puts you through.
Yes.
Mentally, emotionally, everything, man. It will run you through the ringer.
A lot of times it will. Multiple times.
Kids, especially when you have kids involved.
Yes. And I think a big thing that we're looking at too is that everybody has a story, right? Everybody's going through this life, and we're all trying to figure it out. And like you said, there's younger generations that don't have the seasoning that we have. I'm not going to call it the years because I'm not going to be a dick to all of us.
Man, I am salt and peppered as it comes, man. I am salty.
Yeah. So,
Oh, you wanna? I mean, bro, I'm straight salt now.
so we all have our seasonings under our belt, and if we can guide this younger generation to make it less hard on them, like I'm all for it, and I want to bridge gaps. I want to let people know that we're here and that they have a story, and we want to hear it, and we want to be a part of it. We want to let them know that they've always got somebody to come to with us or whoever it is they choose to use, right? And
and I want you to know that I'm so proud of you for saying that we're more mature while I'm over here sitting here talking about how I shit my pants in the chats.
well, that popped up as I was saying it, so some of us have matured. You look older, dick face, but you're still a fucking child.
Yeah.
And that's why I called you, so I can help guide you to be more mature like me, you butt fuck.
We'll get there. I am maturing. I
Dude,
promise.
that's gonna be a hard one to ring in, bro.
Yeah, he is. I've been
There's
chasing.
not a Derek Award out there for nothing, man. I
No,
mean, this
it's not.
dude's made awards and all.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Did they actually do it?
Oh yeah, bro. Well, Tom got the award. He got the Derek Award the next year. So I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there to make sure that someone got that award the third year.
Oh,
So I
I'm
owe
gonna have to text
next year.
Jason
I'm gonna
and
have
be
to
like,
get someone to
hey,
make
who
sure that
got
someone
the
gets that
Derek
award.
Award this year?
Yeah, if no one knows, that just means like pass the hell out at a party, right? Okay. And if you get the Derek Award, that means that you didn't make you didn't make it.
You get the Derek Award. You
might not even remember what happened that night.
Perfect. That sounds like Derek.
Oh man,
You know
we
what?
had some fun at those
Oddly
Hero
enough,
Stocks.
like that's one of my crowning achievements in life. I don't know what that says about me, but that was a crowning achievement in my life. And
Hey,
I
I'll
would
be the
not
guinea
have
pig.
it. I would not have that without you, Brian. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it all started with "I'll be the guinea pig."
It did start very much with that because you were like, "It's 5 or 10."
Where's
man.
Derek at? Where's Derek at? Oh, bro.
Yeah, thank God for
you
your
even
guys.
worried like, oh, now I feel responsible for this fool.
Thank God for your guys' wives actually caring about me because you guys were like, "Oh,
Do you get the double Derek if you soil yourself when you pass out?"
Dude,
well, yeah.
That's it. You get 2 awards if you soil yourself when you get.
You know what? I think if you do that, you might make your own freaking award for soiling yourself.
No, that's pretty common for me.
Or it's going to have its own category. We're going to start having categories for this Derek Award.
I would say that's like a once a week occurrence. You know?
Do you shit yourself?
Yeah, not like a lot.
Wow.
Like just like a shark kind of thing. You know
all right.
You know?
Well, it's a good thing you guys don't work. I mean, you guys aren't working in the same studio with each other.
No.
Sheesh,
I'm that guy. I'm the Pat McAfee guy, where they're always joking about him crapping his pants, dude.
I swear, I think Derek's got a little bit of Tourette's too. So you just gotta be ready for his wild outburst.
So here's Derek in a nutshell. Derek has Tourette's. And he's slightly on the spectrum of autism, where
there's not slightly. There's no slight about that. I am fully on the spectrum. I took a test and it was like 80 out of 100, 84 out of 100. Excuse me.
I'm not saying you're on the spectrum slightly. You're in slightly every fucking category on the spectrum. You didn't let me finish, butt fuck. So there's all that. And then he also has attention deficit disorder, and he's like a fucking German Shepherd when a squirrel gets in the way and you're trying to train him. Like, it's very hard to route that motherfucker in. And if you get those small moments where you have his attention, you need to take advantage of it.
I know, and I can just see him now talking about some podcasts. He'd be like, "Hey, hey, what's going on over there?" Like, you just start talking about the taco stand.
Yeah, you can go. You can. I can attest for this if you go back and listen to some of our original episodes where we'll be talking about something, and then he just completely goes into left field and starts another conversation. And
It's
he
safe to
was me
say,
and TJ, like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
it's safe to say you guys are going to be a pre-recorded
head,
show, and it might take a few recordings to get there, but
Yeah.
in my head, it connects. That's the problem. So, because all right, so I've officially been diagnosed with ADHD. In my head, if you say something and I say something that sounds nothing like that, it's not even close to being on the spectrum of what we were talking about. Somewhere in my head, it's a 7-page dialogue of how I got to it, but it reminded me of that when there's a connection. It's just a very long one.
Yeah, dude, when you're having a
you do take the
conversation.
long route to get to the route where when you're telling a story.
Yeah. Every time, man.
Yeah,
But that's
straight,
half the fun, right?
straight lines are the fastest, and then with Derek, it's a scenic route every fucking time.
Yeah,
he,
I'm that guy that
just,
flies
I mean,
around the
he's
world 6 times
walking
before I go to my destination.
Yeah, it's an adventure. It's like
we love you, D. That's why we love you, bro.
I know. That's why I love you guys, because you let me do it.
Conversations with Derek is like being in an episode of Lord of the Rings. It's an adventure, and you don't know where you're going to end up, but you will get where you're going.
And eventually that ring will make it to Mordor.
And
honestly, I'll tell you, I will say this, dude. Being in the Marine Corps, it will really make you tolerate a lot of individuals that
Oh,
you can see some
now
really
I
outlandish.
Be tolerated. I see how.
Oh no, not tolerated. Well, I mean,
that was brutal. That was brutal.
No. We embrace you.
Did I hurt your dang feelings? Dang it, freaking Derek.
What are feelings?
We embrace you, Derek. We tolerate the scenic routes we go on with you.
I'm just like, all right, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, fucking photo over here taking us on an adventure.
Yeah,
that's like before the show. I had to cut you off because I was like, "Oh no, he's going deep into the story. Like he's giving me like specifics, like what the person's wearing, what color it was, and all that." I'm just like, "Hey, bro,
brown leather boots. I think
like 2 more minutes, man. Let me ask a quick question."
Yeah.
Suck at it. I don't get to talk to people I like very often, Brian.
No, that's all good, man. We love it, bro.
I'm stuck with shit people all the time.
When the Marines get together, we're gonna bust each other's balls a little bit. So you just happen to be the balls right now.
It's your
turn.
I'm
okay with that too.
Yeah.
Perfectly okay with that. Speaking of balls. I'm just kidding.
No, so all right, now real quick, before we get too far, I'm gonna do a quick little break, and then we'll come back and we'll get to finishing it up and talking a little bit more about the podcast and where you guys are gonna go with it. And
we got ads.
Yeah, we do, baby. I think I got them in here. Let me pull it up before I go. Yep. All right.
Damn it.
Division doesn't happen by accident. It's engineered, layered into our systems, etched into our history, and sold to us as truth. Divisive Measures is the podcast that pulls back the curtain. Host Brian takes you down the rabbit hole, into the policies, the propaganda, the pain, to ask one question: who profits from keeping us apart? From PTSD to systemic oppression, from inherited trauma to digital echo chambers. This show doesn't flinch. It listens. It questions. It connects. Divisive Measures. Premiering July 1st. On Spotify. Because the only way out of the divide is through it.
Welcome to Sick Call with Doc, a podcast dedicated to eradicating veteran suicide. With 22 veterans lost every day, we believe that's 22 too many. Join us as we bring you inspiring stories, heartfelt conversations, and a community that cares. Because no matter what, you are not alone. We were there for you then, and we're here for you now. Follow, like, and share our mission. Together, we can make a difference. Inspiring hope, saving lives.
All right, and we are back. All right, so I guess we got
immediately fucking offended by the Divisive Measures thing because it had Nebraska blue, and that sucks.
Nebraska sucks?
That's not what I said, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was sending a tweet.
Of course you would get offended.
Just kidding. Also,
course you would.
Rodney, I think Rodney actually just hit me up on Facebook.
Oh yeah, nice.
So I was pretty excited about that. So maybe we can get him on the potty when we get going. Once we get up here and going again.
You definitely should, man. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Seems
Good,
like a great dude.
Doc's an amazing dude. Love him. Love what he's trying to do, and you know, he's with Sick Call with Doc. That's one of those shows that I help direct. I kind of sit in the background of that, do
He
all
said erect.
do all this stuff. So, it's a very educational podcast show about holistic healing using cannabis, talking about psilocybin and
Did you ever get what is that USMC? Geez, it was like the original guy that was doing a podcast about like marijuana and like healing from USMC vet. It was like,
yeah, there was a guy. I think I
you
know who
remember
you're
what I'm
talking about. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. No, we haven't had him on, but what we do. So what his
we
show
tried
is
getting that guy for like 2 years.
Yeah, the Stone Vet. I think
That's it.
maybe.
Yep, the Stone Vet. Yep.
Yeah, no, we haven't had anybody on there like that. What they do on their show is they bring on. They started off kind of with veterans and bringing veterans on who have used cannabis, mushrooms, other things to help them heal versus, all the stuff that the VA may try to prescribe them and things of that nature. And a lot of these guys and girls have never even used cannabis prior to going in, thought it was taboo, and have really found the medicinal benefits from it. So that's a great thing that I think they're trying to educate everybody out there and also try to remove a little bit of that taboo that I think that a lot of stigma comes with it, with the family members and things like that. So it's really hard for people to heal when they're constantly being judged by others. That's why sometimes people don't show up to family functions and things of that nature, because they feel like they're getting stoned when they go. Not stoned like that, but stoned by the people that are there.
Well, that was kind of what I was hoping you meant, because I mean, I think that's the idea, is to be stoned at those events.
Oh, for sure.
Not stoned.
Not get stoned by people with the rocks.
It would definitely help make it more tolerable. And
we're gonna press you to death. We're gonna start stacking stones on you and shit. That'd be a wild world. I can't imagine being in that world. But no, I'm
Forever Broken 2.0. All right. When do you guys plan on trying to launch this? Let's get a launch date out of you guys to put a little pressure on it. And what do you guys plan? You guys are going to do audio, video? What platforms you guys going to be on?
I think it'll be video, right? It'll be video, and then we'll probably I got to remember how to use the program, but we'll probably do an audio one as well. Try to get both out there. I want to get a intro and all that worked out and be a little bit more official with it than years prior. What we did from there, it's just going to be a matter. We want to get at least 2 more episodes under the belt, which I've actually got some people lined up. I need to ask my neighbor, though, directly to the north of me here. I really want to do an episode with him. He was a Vietnam vet, and I sat out back with him for an hour and a half after my back went out. And we didn't even break the tip of the iceberg on the stuff he's done in an hour and a half. But getting to talk to him was super important to me. And those are the kind of conversations that I think we're looking for, is conversations that are going to be heartfelt and hard and get us somewhere emotionally and mentally and push us. And he's one of those people that I think it's very important. And he's only gotten to share his story one other time, and they kept him down, refined to like an hour. And I've already talked to him before. It's actually pretty ironic that Gabe called me and said, "Hey, I want to reboot the show," because I had just talked to him And I was like, "Dude, I really want to bring back a show. And I would love to give you an open mic for as long as you want. I want you to be able to tell your whole story and just not have to worry don't about skipping things. I want you to fill all the gaps and just have that opportunity to share what that was like for you and how it's changed your life. Um, so I really look forward to getting to do that. And I just need to catch him outside when he's not mowing like he was today. But he's already said he would be really excited to do that, especially when I told him I'm not going to put a time limit on you. But as far as timeline goes, I would say probably here in the next 3 weeks, I think we can have have it up and going and rolling again. Like I said, I think the most difficult part of it is just going to be me getting an intro put together that doesn't look like a 2-year-old did it.
You can always send your stuff my way, and I can help you out as much as I can, bro. And
Yeah, dude, I'm honestly kind of the most exciting part about this is I get to start trying to play electric guitar for the first time, and like I'm gonna have some fun with the band. Like,
that's good, man. And now when you guys are gonna be out there looking for guests and stuff like that, how you guys gonna try to get your guests? You just gonna
probably
are you gonna
same
have
old, I'd
shows with your
imagine.
guys' self at times too, where you guys are just kind of bouncing things off of each other, talking
Mm.
about healing and things of that nature, or what's kind of that?
So the last time we did this, we really pushed for a guest every week, and I think a lot of that put the stress on us to where we kind of
Yes.
Yeah, that's stressful as
it really
crap,
it
dude.
really constrained us, and we really were like, we have to stay in this time frame, we have to stay on this topic, and I think that fucked us really hard, and it caused a lot of problems for the three of us trying to
I
figure
do
that
too.
out. So this time around, I think, um, like I said, it's going to be a free form. We just want to talk.
Sure.
A lot of times it might be just me and Derek riffing back and forth and sharing our stories or sharing like our current what we're going through at the time and helping each other. But finding a guest, as far as that goes, I think, like I said before, it's not going to be something that's
It's gonna
uh,
be less about the guest, it's gonna be more about the content.
exactly. And so I think when we have those opportunities where we find somebody that we're like, hey, this person's interesting. I got to talk to them today. They want to be on the show. Let's set up a specific one for them. What day works? And like not get on our normal episodes and make promises of people that are coming. It's going to happen organically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially because, like, I know, like, even with you, Brian, like, we'll sit there and we'll be like, "Hey, we have this guest coming on," and then it's 7 o'clock the day they said they'd be there, and it's like 7:05, and you're like, "Okay, where are they?" So it just kind of removes those restraints from everything, where we can just sit here and be like, "Okay, well, we've got kind of a topic. Let's just chat it out. Let's go through this and let's hopefully bridge some divide in people."
Yeah. You know, so I mean, you guys think you might even have like talking about like current events, things that may be affecting mental
Oh, for
health.
sure.
Because I mean, there's a lot of topics in the world right now that are obviously affecting us. You know, you could see what just happened with Charlie Kirk. There's been
Right.
school shootings. There's been a lot of different things, and then once those things come out, then all of a sudden the misinformation and everything else comes out right behind it, and then everybody starts fighting about
That's
what
been the
they
biggest thing
saw,
to
what
me
they
that
didn't
I've
see.
seen here in the last 2 weeks since like that happened, where it was just like so many conspiracy theories pop up when stuff like if something big
Oh,
happens,
the
it's
amount of
followed
social media
by
investigators.
everyone just saying that there's something that it isn't. So yeah, I think we'll talk about that stuff for sure and just be like, look, guys, like, you know, here's
Because
the
I think
facts.
we're starting to get to a level where we don't even know what's real and what's not real, right? Because everything that
How do
comes
you
out,
know?
man, everybody throws some poop at it and then makes it
Mhm.
seem like it's not real, you know?
Right.
Yeah, when you're throwing so much shit at something that like eventually something's gonna stick, but so like that's everyone's minds that you're trying to throw shit at. So
Right.
Right.
somebody's gonna be like, "Ah, yeah, no, this was an inside job, or this was that." And you're just like, guys, it's not that convoluted.
Well, not only that, but I don't really need any videos or anything else to know that there's conspiracies or our government's corrupted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
really
got
need
it.
I don't really
You
need much
don't gotta
more
tell me.
confirmation
Yeah, yeah.
from
There's
all
it's
that
there.
stuff, bro.
It's
Like,
there.
you know, like
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like to me, if someone cracks the case, what are you gonna do next? You know what I
Nothing.
mean? Like,
Not a goddamn thing.
nah, bro. Like,
They're like
we just want to talk about it and fight about this
the
shit. You
government's
know?
corrupt, and we're all like, yeah, we were
Like,
part
no,
of
the
it. We
shooter
know.
wasn't there. He was right over there. There was a bush right here that he was above the bush. There was a little bit of an arc right here. I'm just like, bro,
Yeah,
oh my
I'm
god.
a big fan of always being in the bush. I think that's a good place to be. You know what I mean?
Yep, there it is.
uh, but no, I think it's good though. I mean, I feel like you guys are gonna kind of bring an element of everything kind of to it, right? I mean, just
Yeah. Yeah.
just living, you know, and the experience is life is rough, and there's a lot of things that get thrown our way, in all the way from social media for our families. You know, there's just all kinds of social pressures, all that weigh heavily on us all, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Gabe listened back to the first episode that we've got recorded, and I genuinely I think it's going to be a very good first episode. I think it's 2 hours.
It's just under 2 hours. Yeah.
Hey, and
Um,
you guys know, hey, I'm always willing to come on too, man. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
perfect.
we'll have you too. But
And
yeah,
I
I
got
think it's
some other
just under
folks.
2 hours, but we cover a lot of stuff. And when he says mature, I think it is. It's a very different product than what we did last time. In all sincerity, like it was, and it was good because it was kind of the first time that we've gotten to have a long conversation like that in a
And did you
minute.
guys how many episodes did you guys have before? Did you guys have a few or I mean,
We had quite a few. We had good run.
I think
We had
for our normal run, the Forever Broken podcast, I think we were up to like 57 episodes.
oh
yeah,
damn,
we were
wow,
up there.
you guys are kicking
And
then.
then I genuinely, I think the most fun like thing that I'm excited about is bringing back drunken stories.
Yes. Yeah, that's
I am
that's going to be a fun one.
I am
Oh man, those are
so
good.
dude, I am
Oh,
so
well,
excited
Derek, you're
about
gonna have
it.
to tell yours at the Hero Stock pre-party.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, it is like we have a couple drinks and we just bullshit about something
Oh,
stupid.
you're talking about just
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
you
stories. I got
know,
you.
it's just us, and it's a time that we get to sit there and take the seriousness and the heaviness out of the room, if you will, and just we're just going to talk about something stupid. Like I think one of our best episodes that we did of drunken stories was Jeff the Mongoose.
I was just going to say that was my favorite episode because you were so into your narrator character that
It was so fun.
like me and you genuinely, like if we were in the same studio, would have been in a fist fight. How pissed you were making me. And I remember at one point in that
It's still out
episode,
there too. Yeah, if you get
I
a chance to go
remember
listen to that Jeff the Mongoose episode, it's hilarious.
I remember at one point where I gave you 10 minutes of why it was a
Stupid.
conspiracy, it was a hoax, and like there was no way I was ever going to buy into it. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to give you my take. And just without any explanation, without anything going on, you go, it's fake. And I fucking lost my shit. Fucking lost it because you fucking berated me so hard for not being a fucking believer. Dog, I would have punched you right in the fucking mouth if we were in the same studio.
It's still out there. The Jeff the Mongoose episode's still out there. It's so good. Because yeah, I went into it and I knew I already knew the
You went a
story.
little too far with it or what?
No, I knew the story, but I really wanted to like sell it like I believed it was real for the show's sake. And because you can't go into it and like pitch something. Like you can't go into a story where you're like, we have to come down on a yes or no and then not believe it, So like I was just like committed to I'm selling this thing like it's real for sure. And then at the end, he's like, you are a fucking idiot. God damn it, Derek. And then I was like, nah, no, it's fake for sure. It is for sure just fake as shit.
Yeah, he set me off on that one for sure.
It was
Derek
great.
can do
I
that.
had such a good time. It was just a blast. Hopefully, we'll get TJ back for some episodes and have his redneck ass just be there for one-liners every
Yeah.
now and then, you know.
So
There's-
how long ago was it when you guys,
2
kind
years
of
ago when
yeah.
we stopped running.
Yeah, so I had some things going on in life, and I stepped away around episode like 45. So these guys made it all the way almost to 60 after
Yeah,
I
we
had
kept
left.
running for a little bit, and then
before you guys went
TJ's
off
life
and well, you
got
guys made it
hectic.
in. You guys turned it into you guys called it something else though.
Shadow Mark is what
Yeah, Shadow Mark.
we just kind of rebranded, if you will, because we didn't have Gabe.
Right.
And we did, I don't know, 20 episodes or something like that. But it was just like, I
Little
don't know, it just
TJ.
didn't feel right keeping the same name without Gabe, for me anyway. But yeah, TJ's just so busy.
Is he out now? Is he out of the?
He's in the National Guard still, and he's still contracting. So
Damn,
he
okay.
is just,
He's gonna retire.
God,
Yeah,
he is just busy as crap, dude. Like, it's crazy how busy he is.
That's wild. Well, so you guys plan on going on all the different places. Where are you guys gonna start off first? YouTube, Facebook, all those places. Like, would you guys
Yeah, pretty much
live
everywhere
shows? Are
we
you
were
gonna do
last
any live
time.
shows, or you guys gonna kind of just do the pre-recorded thing?
I'd like to get to a point where we can do live shows. Do you know how much fun that would be?
so much. So I think to start out, we're gonna do a lot of audio and video and do the.
We had 53 episodes in total, is what it looks like.
So we want to get it going on like the normal platforms that you will get your podcast from. Obviously, we'll bring back our YouTube channel that had like 3 videos on it because we kind of neglected YouTube for a while, or the
You
whole
know how
time.
hard it is for me to remember to use a YouTube?
So, but
Well, once you guys start going like this, you probably should get StreamYard so it just goes directly to it all. For
That's
you
what we're
guys.
running on.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
So I started on StreamYard. I got us an account going, and then once we get going, we'll start. It's going to go everywhere that we can possibly submit it, and so the goal is to reach as many people as possible. And
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I mean, and maybe you could tell me after the podcast where the best route to go with that is. But, I know last time one of the times when we first started, I was doing our own, what is that? RSS, running all that and having to do that. And then I found out that like Spotify for YouTube or for Spotify for podcasters was free. So I was like, that
Yeah,
makes way more
that's
sense.
what I use.
So that's what I was kind of thinking was Spotify for podcasters.
Yeah, it's a good place. I mean, you do have to go set up like the different places that you want to stream to by yourself.
Yeah, and we
you're not
should
paying
have
for it. Now the other ones you do pay for, but it's not that hard to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like we should still have our Forever Broken iPod art like deal set up through Apple and all that. So I think it'll just be a matter of slapping a
You
new.
guys just gonna try to revamp that? The old
I think
one
so.
and-
I think that's the way to do it. Is just slap a new picture up, and we run for the hills because we've already got 31 episodes under Forever Broken, and then Shadow
Maybe
Mark had
Have
20
some reels from those ones, right? And kind of doing like
build
a
it up.
Relaunch,
Yeah.
and just get some, get some fillers out there for people like, hey, we're back, we're dusting off the library. Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think keeping our old stuff too is kind of where I wanted to go with it, but do a relaunch so because the content we had before wasn't bad content. We just approached it
Different.
Like I said, we put too many constraints on ourselves. We put too many time limits, too many topic limits for like trying to get a specific guest for a specific topic. And I think all of us were so nervous about being bad interviewers or
Yeah, it
being
was like, we have to meet this expectation,
yes.
you
And
You
stupid
guys
son
were
of a
too,
bitch.
yeah, you guys were too like,
we were very like tunnel vision with the idea of it. And I think taking that time off, finding ourselves individually, maturing in life, like I think coming back this time and dusting things off, like people can still see and access the old stuff and get good information, but they're going to see a completely different format
version.
and
Right.
a better version of what we were putting out before.
Yeah, you're gonna see the free verse kind of like just real conversation, which
Yeah,
I mean was kind of what we wanted to do initially, but we put so much on ourselves that we made it feel like we weren't doing that. It was just stressful.
it was. I think we put more hindrance and more pressure on ourselves with how we were doing it, and it's kind of like you go back to those old sayings, like you can't help somebody else until you can help yourself, right? Like,
Yeah,
and when you've got so much going on and you're putting so much pressure and you have all that stress and you're trying to put out this product that's perfect, it's not going to come out and it's never going to be perfect, and you're not going to be proud of that product. This time around, I don't want to not be proud of what I'm doing. I want to be real. I want to be raw. I want to be uncut. And I want people to know that I'm not doing this because I figured it all out and I'm living the best life. I want people to know that I'm going through the same shit that they're going through, but I still wake up in the morning. I pull my shoes on just like they do. I go out and I get shit done and I handle business as usual and I deal with everything with my head up and my shoulders back, right? And anybody can do that. Everybody can do that. And
yeah,
that's what I want them to see. I want them to see that it's possible for everybody.
yeah. It's gonna be the girls going wild of mental health.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this, obviously, things always happen for a reason, and obviously this brought you guys back, right? You guys, and now you have had a lot of times to think about it all. You guys been through some more things as you guys, took a break. So I got to imagine, man, this time around, it is gonna, it'd be a different feeling for you both and a different experience. And the great thing about these podcasts is it's one of the free forms of getting therapy. You don't got to go pay for that, right? You know what I mean? So
Right.
these kind of things is what's going on, John. It is
How are you,
my show,
John?
man. I don't usually go live, but decided to go live. John is a great veteran out here in the Antelope Valley who helps lots of veterans out here, and man,
Yeah,
he's out there still rocking.
It's funny you bring up the therapy thing. That's actually something I'm looking into getting into. I'm gonna try to get back into schooling to be a therapist. So
Well, that's good, man. Well, that's good. I mean, I know you've been through a lot. I know you've gone through a lot of life,
one of the
and
last therapists I sat there and talked to was taking notes on what I was telling her. Like, not because it was like me telling her my life story. It was me telling her, hey, these are things that would work and I would recommend you do with patients. And she's like, you know a lot. Have you ever thought about doing this? And I was like, well, I hadn't until now.
you know what, man? I feel like as Marines, we go hard,
Hmm.
right? And when we want to destroy something, we'll fucking destroy it,
Every
like,
time. If I want to
bro.
destroy my
Like,
life, I'm destroying that
and
bitch
that
now.
accounts for like relationships, all the that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why I think us older guys now, we're trying to help the younger guys. Hey, pump the brakes a little bit on the pride and some of the stuff that you'll get eventually lost in, right? And then
Right.
at that point in time, you'll have ruined relationships, lost relationships, destroyed relationships, 20 years of it. And you'll be like, gosh, damn, man, where did all the time go?
Yeah, sooner or later
So
you'll
I
end
think
up
we're
with 2
trying to bridge the
divorces and
gap
like
for them.
$3,000 in child support. I don't know anybody like that, but
Oh, well, meet me. All right. So, I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, a lot of us, but once again, I think as Marines, we bring a lot of the heat to ourselves because of our
oh,
mentality,
for sure. The
right?
mentality is
Like we're like,
it's
bring
just
it, bitch,
there.
bring it.
Yeah.
What? Give me more. We're almost challenging things sometimes, and then at the end of the day, it doesn't always work out so well in the civilian world. You
Well,
know
that's
what
what
I
I
mean?
was talking to Gabe about, before this is I think it would be very helpful. Like that's actually kind of why I want to do this and try to be a therapist is because there's so many people that just go to school and all they know is what's in a book. And there's no life connection for them.
Mhm.
Like, how much better are you going to feel if you go see a therapist that's been where you've been that can say, hey, man, like, I can relate to you on this. I'm
Well, I think
telling you,
that's
it's
why a
going to
lot
get
of
harder.
veterans
But
struggle with getting help, right? Because a lot of the therapists they go see,
yeah, I've seen
they
600.
they're to school, they're educated in something they haven't lived it. So
Yeah, I've
I
seen
think that when
600
we
of them,
go
and
to
they're
speak
like
to these
science-based
therapists,
studies.
a lot of us have a lack of trust, and like we just feel like, oh man, I can't really. I don't feel like if I talk to this person, they're not going to get it. Or you feel like too, like
They're judging
some of
you.
the things that we think, bro. I don't know if the average Joe thinks it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I don't either.
when I went in there and was 100% honest, that's when I became unemployable. You know what I mean? So I was like, I went a little hard in the paint. You know
God
what I
damn it,
mean?
I've been trying to do that for
I let them
years.
know what was going on up here a little too much. You know what I mean? And they're like, "Oh yeah, sir." I mean, I got the notice within 2 weeks of that meeting.
I've been trying to do that for years.
But don't you think that that's a little bit of what the problem is on why our community doesn't like to go in?
Is because if
Care?
you're open and honest, you're done.
You do well. There's a lot of things that I think that are fearful, right? They don't want to lose their weapons. There's
Yep.
some states that if you are diagnosed with PTSD or something they will take your rights away to own a weapon. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of veterans out there that do not
Is that your
want to
state?
go get their help. What's that?
Is that your state?
No, I don't think so. I don't.
Okay,
I
was
mean,
just checking.
we have a lot of strict gun laws here already. I mean,
I thought you
but
guys just passed that one, actually.
I mean, who knows? I don't really know.
I
I mean,
like how.
Don't give a fuck. Come get it, huh?
some law abiding citizens believe in it. You know what I mean? But
It's like, be
you know,
careful what you say out there,
But like that's what I'm getting at. Like
it's a
stuff
joke,
like
guys. It's a joke. All right.
100%.
Um,
So, but I think that's what we're getting at with doing this again is that it's a safe place to come and just tell us. Like you can tell us to get it off your chest, but ask us not to talk about it, and we won't. Or you can tell us and be like, "Hey, share this," and see if somebody could connect with it, and we will. So, for me, I don't like to go talk to therapists because I don't truly believe they have my best interest in mind. They have what they have to put on that report and that paper and how they're going to keep a steady revenue of clients coming in mind. Like I'm not their priority. Their paper is that priority.
right.
So for me, I've never been one to want to go down that road in any way, shape, or form. I've done it because it's been a requirement for certain conditions of things that have gone on in my life. But
Hey, you remember that one time when we had to go to anger management together?
yeah, that was one of those times.
That was pretty fun. You were so pissed off at me.
Anyway,
You're
we'll
gonna
talk
piss
about
off
that.
at you again, bro.
That was there was so much shit that we had to do because of you. At least when I did shit, it was just you that had to pay for it, you fucker.
I got both of us in trouble. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Both blow this
Teamwork makes
shit
the
up.
dream work, dude.
Exactly. So things have gone on where I've been required to go do that to fucking continue to not have restrictions on me. And I've never bought into it. Like 9 times out of 10, they wanted to pump a medication down my throat. And 9 times out of 10, it was a requirement because it was a condition to the reason why I was there. You have to do what they say for this amount of weeks. And so I would take the pills, but it completely altered my demeanor. It completely altered my personality. It completely altered my functionability. You know, like I honestly felt like it put me into what I call a zombie mode, where I would just go through the motions of a day
Yeah.
and wouldn't connect with people. I wouldn't connect with my kids. I wouldn't connect with family members. I just couldn't connect with people because everything was so fucked up from those pills that I lost the ability to have any type of emotional fucking connection to things. Like I had zero empathy for people. I had zero compassion for situations. I had zero fucking any type of emotion other than I'm here. And even then, being there, I wasn't there. I was present physically, but mentally I was gone. Like I can't there's a period of life where I was on these medications where like I can't physically remember things that have happened. People will be like, "Oh, remember this?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Dude, you were right there. You were part of it. Don't remember. Can't recall." And I don't like that. It's something that really, really bothers me, like to my core, and I don't agree with it. And I feel like when Derek was saying like earlier today, we were talking and he was talking about going into it, and I was like, that'd be good. Like you understand a lot of it. You've been through a lot of these counselings. You've been through a lot of these medications. Like you would be somebody that would actually listen, understand, and give advice and not pills. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we need more of. We need less of the pill format, and we need more support like for what people are feeling emotionally. Like don't pump pills down my throat and then forget about me. Fucking be there for me. Let me
And you know, that kind of stuff doesn't sound like it would be. And I'm only speaking from a Marine standpoint, and I imagine this is related to veterans in general.
Mhm.
But I know from a Marine mentality, that kind of a pill could be super dangerous for the mentality that we already kind of have, dude. Like we already kind of have that little bit of lack of empathy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
disassociation a little bit because obviously we get thrown into combat situations, see things, we cannot be super overly sensitive to those situations, right? I mean, we've been conditioned to kind of work through those things. So giving someone the pill that just inhibits their already mentality, dude, that cannot be good for a healing process for that.
yeah, I
That
know
just
exactly
concerns
what
me
he's
when you're
talking
talking
about.
about it, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'm formulating what I'm trying to say,
Well,
but for
I'm understanding.
healing for you, bro, that fucking pill was not good. You know
No,
what I mean? And they're
and
doing
it
that to
wasn't
our brothers and sisters.
exactly. And like I want to not like be the end all cure all of it, but I want to talk about my experience with it so other people can understand like if they feel the same things doing that, they're not alone in that. Like I went through it and I'm just not going to do it again.
Yeah, and
So
I've
like
been there too, and this is something else I've found with that same community. The biggest problem is they don't fucking listen. Um, you know, I told them 20 fucking 100 times. I've been on probably 15, 16, 17 antidepressants, and
Oh,
every
okay.
time I've told them, I said, "This doesn't work." I was like, "This makes the problem worse."
I think
At
sometimes they
one
do
point, I
placebo
lost
effects, which are real.
every single feeling of emotion that I had in my body, and I was just like, "I don't give two fucks about anything." Like, it didn't matter if I died. It didn't matter if I lived. but I wasn't gonna kill myself, but I didn't care if I died by any means. I didn't care if I lived because I wasn't living. I was just walking around in a suit existing. And I finally found a psychiatrist that was like, yeah, that's because they weren't. You're right. You're absolutely right. They weren't listening to what you were telling them. And we've tried a new med, and it's actually made things
Worse.
like good this time.
Oh,
Oh,
this
this
time.
This
is
time.
better.
This
Yeah,
time
because I mean,
things are
some of
looking
these
bright.
antidepressants make people depressed, and
Yeah, this
actually,
isn't.
people commit suicide on
She
these
she picked up on it
anti.
right away. She goes, "Yeah, you can't run on antidepressants. That's gonna make your life worse." She immediately, she listened to me, she heard me what I was saying, and she's like, "We're gonna go a completely different route. We're gonna try this." And I feel incredible. Like, things are so much better.
That's good.
Um, and going down that route too, it's finding other ways outside that, because a lot of guys, and this is the biggest thing that I would suggest to veterans and young men before they go into service or into anything that's going to cause trauma, get your testosterone checked, get a baseline check on your testosterone, because the range is so large for what's technically okay, that you're not going to know. I mean, it's like 500 to 1100 is a normal range for like a male between, 25 to 40 or whatever. But you're sitting there and you're like, that's a huge gap. So, but if you have a baseline before you go do stupid shit and it's 900, and then you're still in normal range at 500, but you feel like dog shit, you can go back and be like, hey, I need testosterone. That's the problem here. That solved 90% of my problems that I had.
Well,
Was getting on
I did
testosterone.
hear that testosterone when you see a lot of combat or just being put in certain situations, it's really not good for the men's
It kills
testosterone.
it.
And there's
It
a
kills it. It's kind of
right.
like that rubber band effect, where if you stretch a rubber band so
I
much,
think they're just starting
eventually
to
it just
acknowledge this, and I think I don't know if the VA's yet to cover it just yet, but I do know that I feel like that they're really pushing towards it because there's the studies and everything they're finding from it, and especially a lot of the combat veterans that are coming back.
yeah, they'll cover it. It's a fight. It's very much a fight to get them to cover it, though, is the only thing. And
Improve, I guess.
yeah, it's
The,
like
the proof part
you
is
can get them. It's just a matter of they've most doctors to this day still don't believe in testosterone or like hormone therapy for stuff like this, because the old way of teaching it was that this is going to hurt you, this is going to make you have a heart attack, this is going to kill you. And that's just what they believe. It's that whole steroids bad thing. You know what I mean? Um, so they don't like it. There's no studies that back anything that they say. There's not a single study out there. The only study that they can say is that testosterone does thicken your blood because it makes more platelets. But it's a stretch to say that it's going to increase your cholesterol or it's going to give you a heart attack. Like, it's just it's a huge stretch, and most studies are actually showing. The last study that came out about testosterone is that it's actually super beneficial, especially in females.
but on the devil's advocate side of that, dude, like, what about the side effects of all the other pills they pump fucking into our system?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
100%.
Yeah.
why is the testosterone
worse than the other
under such
2,600 things they
a
give you.
scrutinized fucking microscope with these people, and these other medicines aren't?
Yeah, like the anthrax
Where they
shot.
literally got to prescribe medicine because you're on one medicine, and then they need to give you something because that one's creating something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
hey, let's give you 46 pills because these 30
This
pills
pill's
need to
going to
make
combat
up for the
the
pills
stomach
that you're
issue.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, and that's what I'm getting at. Like, I don't want people to think that that's the highway that they have to go down if they have these problems, or avoid counselors in general. Like, you need to understand that you as a person and you as an individual can look that counselor in the face and tell them to fuck off. You're not going to take a fucking pill
Yeah, and
and
listen to your
they
body.
have to listen to you.
And
Like
not only that, but if you go to one counselor and you don't like that counselor, like, and
there's
you're
a
like, you're
thousand
not
other
getting
ones.
something, go freaking try another
Yeah,
one,
find the
because
right one for
I've heard
you.
that from a lot of people who have gone through the journey of healing is, hey, sometimes you just got to find that right person before you can even get healed. Sometimes you'll go to a couple before you find that right one. I mean, a lot of times, I mean, I know that I personally have always, um, never had trust in going to the counselors or anything like that, and I'm not telling anybody not to do it. Me personally, I've been through it a couple times, and then it's almost like they almost have a cookie cutting sentence that they give you, and I felt like I was kinda getting that from multiple. So I was like, "Dude, you guys kinda saying the same shit, man." Like,
Yeah,
once
like
I
they're
kinda do this whole little process, you guys kind of, like, finish it off with this whole little spew, and I'm just like,
Right.
all right. And then so, talking to other veterans and just this podcasting world and just having conversations, listening to the struggles, the successes, all those kind of things has helped me a lot. And then I'm hearing
Yeah.
how they healed, right? And
Mhm,
what things they used, and I'm like, "Oh man, that I've never even heard of that." You know what I mean? So,
mhm.
um the podcasting world opened up a whole new way of helping me kind of heal and reconnect with the community that I kind of
Right.
didn't realize I needed. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I when you get out, bro, you're not really around all your people anymore, and you're trying to, like, figure it all out. And then when you start to hang out and you reconnect, you're guys like, son of a bitch, I missed you fools. Like,
yeah, yeah,
gosh, dang. You
yeah.
guys, where are the funny fools and stuff? Like, come on, like,
I think that's the biggest thing I see with like the medical community or, medical therapy, like all that stuff is it's not how I look at it, how I think it should be is I want to see you only enough times that you don't ever need to fucking come see me again. So if that's one time, perfect. If that's three times, perfect. But we're going to work through this and I don't ever want to see you again. And that's how it should be.
Right.
Instead of, I need to see you every 3 weeks. We're going to do this for 6 years. And if we need to, we'll go for 20 years as long as I get a paycheck. Crap like that. Like we got to get rid of that mentality that, yeah, I've got to see you every 2 weeks. Like that's all there is to it. There's no fixing you. But we're going to work on it for
Yeah.
that forever. This forever mentality is bullshit. Now, the other thing that I don't like about therapy, it's like, how many times have you had problems at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday?
A lot.
When was that your breakdown? Because they're like, okay, well, I'll see you next Thursday. It's like, okay, well, I'm having a meltdown and it's 2 a.m. So can I fucking call you now, or is that a bad time?
No, you can call me whenever you want to, boo boo.
You know what I mean, though? Yeah, you know what I mean, though. A
you
therapist,
got
it's
a
just like
friend in
it doesn't make
me.
any goddamn sense to sit there and they're like, so what seems to be the problem? It's like, well, it's not a problem now. It was a problem at 2 o'clock in the morning, fucking 3 days ago
Yeah.
when I was trying to kill myself, but it's not now. I'm
So
still here.
so I got a counselor story, and it's probably my proudest moment seeing counselors, and I just wanted to share it to lighten the mood a little bit.
And Frank, I do a lot of meditation, sir.
Um, so going back to the having mandatory counseling with Derek, and they sent us to these two specialized counselors out
That whole
Vis-
thing was bullshit
in
anyway.
Vista, California. My counselor, after our third session, the first thing she told me when I walked in that room is I had to start seeing a counselor after talking to you because your shit's so fucking heavy. So she was seeing somebody and talking about me and our visits because it was so heavy on her that she had to seek help from helping me. And I'm very proud of that fucking to this day. It's one of my proudest things I've done.
You broke down the counselor, bro.
Yeah,
They
I
needed
did.
counseling afterwards. That's great.
Can you see the comedy of that though? That's fucking great, is it
I
not?
just do like the
Yeah.
idea that you go to a counselor and the
Oh,
counselor's like,
man.
I need
Yeah.
to see a counselor.
I imagine a few Marines have sent these people to go seek some help.
Yeah. So I like to brag about that. Like I can't go to counselors because my counselors have to go to counselors just to talk to me. So
It's so good.
I don't want to do that to somebody else.
Dude, it's just prime. I love
Oh,
that.
man. Well, like, when I was talking to mine and gave her my whole everything, I don't even think she said a word, dude. Like, she
Yeah.
just sat there with her pen and paper, and I'm just like, "Oh, I think I went a little hard on that one."
Yeah. Fucking
Um,
3
but,
legal pads later.
wonder what kind of pill cocktail they gave her. That's hilarious.
I'd
Uh,
Yeah,
imagine a
well, I mean,
fairly
and,
big
that's
one, you know.
I think that's a big problem, though, that, I think a lot of veterans face is they are on multiple medications. Like, we're talking, I've heard up in the 20s, bro, and I was like tripping. Like, that could not be good for your freaking organs, man. Like, your
Yeah.
liver, all that stuff to try to keep processing it.
Oh, you guys have a liver still?
what is that?
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and try to land the plane here a little bit and kind of bring it home, and we'll have you guys kind of finish it off. Give us
Where's
your
home?
last bits and thoughts, and talk.
Oh, hold on. I
what you-
know. I got this. Home is where the heart is. I got you, boo boo. There you go.
There it is. That's that ADD, and he
You
saw a
said
squirrel.
we had to bring this home. I was trying to figure out where home was. And home is where the heart is, sir.
There. We got to bring his little spunky out.
Yeah, we got to go the scenic route here.
Well,
I kept it
we
short.
better let you go first, Gabe, because gosh dang, we'll let him have the last word.
He's gonna get it either way.
You don't want that.
That's why I said we'll just
Yeah.
make sure we'll line it up.
Perfect. First and foremost, Brian, I want to thank you for having us and giving us this opportunity to speak with your audience and get our names out there, and hopefully they come and give us a listen and give us a try, and continue to follow us as well. I want to pitch one more time that it's Forever Broken podcast. And we break it up, the heaviness, with some drunken stories where we get a little bit tipsy and talk about fucked up shit from the history, and we have a good laugh about it. And from here, I just want to say that we're not going to go anywhere this time. We're gonna stick to it. We're going to be there for this community and really get a charge on this mental health thing and show people that being open, real, and raw isn't a bad thing.
Outstanding. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, brother, and I appreciate your service to the country. Semper Fi.
Semper
And,
Fi. Thank you. Thank you.
I always got your back, brother. You know what I mean? You're a brother. So.
Yes, sir.
All right, D.
I'll keep this as short and sweet as I can.
Fuck, here we go.
Now,
over under.
I'm excited. I'm really excited to be back, and for all the opportunities that I get. So, I mean, that's really all there is to it. And getting to do this again with Gabe is going to be absolutely life-changing, and we're going to have a good time with it. And I wouldn't have any of these opportunities if God wasn't looking out for me. And I'm super thankful for that, and I'm super grateful for that. So, everything I do is because God is allowing me to do this, and I'm super thankful for that. So,
well, I thank you, brother, and I know you've come from a long ways, man. I got to know you through podcasting world. It's been a couple years now, so I've been watching your growth, and I love being a part of your journey. And you guys both know I 100% always got your six, and you guys always have a place right here on the show. Anytime you want to come spread the word, talk about what you got going on, man, always have a place here on Every Day's a Saturday. And thank you guys once again for coming on. And
Eric Mello, he's
what?
Eric.
Oh, speaking of how we all met
My
with each
guy.
other, this
I
is the
love you,
OG
Eric. I
that
miss
brought
you,
us
man.
kind of to meet one another from the Contagion Effect show, Mr. Mello and Mike. But
I love
miss
you,
you,
Eric. I
miss you,
miss you,
Eric,
man.
brother. Damn. Good to see
We're
that
back,
name come
bro.
through here, man. We were just getting ready to shut her down too. Glad he popped through.
I am too.
But once again, boys, I appreciate you guys, and I got your back. And any help you need, man, I'm always here. Readily available to help you guys get your shit out there and get you guys on your way. I'm a big cheerleader. I'm a big fan, and I want to see nothing but success for my brothers and sisters. And I'll help you guys get there as much as I can.
I love it. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you so much
appreciate it
for
a lot.
having us.
Thank you.
Hell yeah! All right, boys. We'll see you guys. All right, friends and family. Well, that's going to go ahead and rock it out for another great interview. I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in to watch this. This is the first live I have done on the show. I've done plenty of other live shows, but for Every Day's a Saturday, this is the first time we've gone live. I could really use your guys' help. I'm almost at my goal. I need 2 or 3 more listeners on the Spotify side to hit my goal, and that I set for myself for 2025. And I think on the YouTube side, I think I hit my goal for this year already. But please continue to like, share, and all that great stuff. And you know how we say on the show, don't let the day kick your ass. Make sure you're out there kicking it. We'll see you guys.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.